Hello, welcome back to DIS, This Idiot Speaks. This week we are doing the rogue archetype of the mimic. I accidentally skipped alphabetically class, so I'm going to do that next week. So I'm switching ranger and rogue for this time, but then I'll go back because I just remembered that last week I said the next one would be rogue when it should have been ranger. Fun. Darcy's asking for stuff. I don't know what it is. Anywho, without further ado, let us go into the Mimic Rogue. It should be fun. Roguish archetypes. The Mimic. Those rogues who take it upon themselves to embody the Mimic archetype take after the monstrosities they are named for. With a suite of abilities involving mimicry of both form and skill, mimic rogues are not only powerful friends, but dangerous foes. They use an innate magically ability that allows their shadow to shape and form into copies of what they can perceive. Mimicry. When you choose this archetype at 3rd level, you gain the ability to copy the skills of another creature. When rolling a skill or ability check, you can instead choose a creature within 30 feet of you and roll using its statistics for the ability or skill. You can only copy a creature's statistics if you know the creature well, having spent at least 1 hour observing the creature. You can't use this ability on saving throws. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. Imitate. Also starting at 3rd level, when a creature you can see is using an action or bonus action, or a triggered ability, such as an imp's polymorph or a wolf's pack tactics, you can use your reaction to attempt mimic it. If the creature is unwilling, you need to succeed on an intelligence investigation check against a DC equal to 10 plus a target's level or challenge rating to copy the ability. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency modifier and need to finish a long rest to regain expended uses. You can only copy one feature at a time and only from a creature with a CR or level equal to your rogue level divided by 3, rounded down. You can't imitate features that are inherent to a magic item. You gain the benefits of the copied ability until the end of your next turn, or until you use it once. You can't mimic spells or a creature's spellcasting ability. Impersonation. At 9th level, you can perfectly impersonate another humanoid, taking on its form. You need to spend at least 1 hour in studying a small or medium humanoid you want to impersonate. After that, you can use an action to polymorph into the humanoid. You can use this feature twice. You regain expended uses when you finish a long rest. You can only impersonate a creature with a CR or class level equal or lower to your Rouge level. You can impersonate a creature for a number of hours equal to half your rogue level, rounded down. You then revert to your normal form unless you expend another use of this feature. You can revert to your normal form earlier by using a bonus action on your turn. You automatically revert if you fall unconscious, drop to 0 hit point, or die. You can remember only one impersonation at a time. You can change your impersonation by studying another humanoid for another hour, gaining the new form and losing the old. When you reach 13th level, you remember an additional impersonation. While you are impersonating a creature, the following rules apply. You look indiscernible to the creature you impersonate. If you rouse suspicion, or if wary creature suspects something is amiss, you have advantage on any charisma deception check you make to avoid detection. You retain your game statistics, hit points, and hit dice, alignment, personality, all of your skill and saving throw proficiencies, in addition to gaining those of the creature. Yeah, okay. Those of the creature. If the creature has the same proficiency as you, and its bonus is great higher than yours, use a creature's bonus instead of yours. If the creature has any legendary or rare actions, you can't use them. You can't cast spells. Impersonating doesn't break your concentration on a spell you've already cast, however, or prevent you from taking actions that are part of a spell, such as Call Lightning, that you've already cast. The benefits of any features from your class, race, or other source are replaced by the features of the creature you are impersonating. You retain all of your equipment and do not gain any equipment the impersonated creature owns. However, your equipment doesn't change size or shape to match the new form, and any equipment that the new form can't wear must either fall to the ground or merge with it. Equipment that merges with the form has no effect until you leave the form. Infiltration. At 13th level, you can infiltrate a creature's mind, controlling their any move. Using an action, you can touch a creature and force it to make an intelligence saving throw against a DC equal to your proficiency bonus plus your equal to 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your intelligence modifier. On a failed save, the creature is charmed by you and follows each of your spoken commands to the best of its ability. On a success, the creature isn't charmed and is immune to this effect for the next 24 hours. While a creature is charmed by you through this feature, you can't use a bonus action or reactions. You can't use bonus actions or reactions. Furthermore, you see through the charmed creature's eye and hear what it hears, gaining the benefits of any special senses that the creature has. During this time, you are deaf and blind with regard to your own senses. While the creature is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. The creature can make another wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns. If it succeeds, it is no longer charmed by you. You need to finish a long rest before you can use this feature again. In Perfect Clone. At 17th level, you can use an action creating a perfect clone of yourself out of your shadow. The clone has the same shape and size as you, as well as the same statistics, features, and abilities, except the abilities gained from this archetype, but only half of your current hit points. The clone doesn't gain your spellcasting ability or spells. The clone is created with copies of your equipped weapons and armor, but otherwise doesn't have access to your equipment. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the clone up to your movement speed to a space you can see, but it must remain within 120 feet of you. It can then immediately use an action. The clone lasts for 10 minutes, Darcy, or if it drops to 0 hit points. You need to finish a long rest before you can use this feature again. Alright, so criteria about story, if I like it, if it's too close to another subclass, if it's should be a different class, if I think it's too overpowered or underpowered. Let's see here. What else? Probably overall what I think of it. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. So, the story. I definitely like the story behind this about using a monstrosity, the mimic. Very basic, maybe not basic, but infamous uh, creature monster in Dungeons and Dragons. Um, and the ability to infiltrate or mimic others is really interesting, really intriguing. I like the story behind it. For if it's too overpowered or underpowered, let's see. Mimicry is you can choose to use another creature's stats for an ability check or skill check, which is nice. I think that makes sense. You can only do it once per short or long rest. Um, and then imitate, you can copy someone else's ability, like action or bonus action or triggered ability, like an imp's stinger, for example. You have an equal to your proficiency modifier, which here would be 2, and it goes up to 6. So that's pretty nice. And there's a challenge CR or challenge rating or level equivalent cap for you. Here it will be, since you're at level 3, then you would have to be it has to be at least challenge rating 1, or that's the highest. You can't copy spells or spell casting or features in a magic item, which makes sense. And you need to finish a long rest. You can only use it once, that ability once. Impersonation may basically kind of the changeling's ability, but I think it's a little better. So you can change into someone, another humanoid. You can use it twice per long rest. You say that shape for an equal to half your rogue level rounded down. 9th level, that would be 4 hours, because half of 9 is 4.5, but you're rounding down, so it's 4. A lot of math. And you can impersonate a humanoid creature. Humanoid. This challenge rating or class level equal or lower to your rogue level, which is 9 for now. So that's pretty nice. You can only do one, remember one at a time. You can change it by setting another humanoid for an hour, and then you have that new one instead of the old one. At 13th level, you remember an additional one. Pretty nice. And as you're impersonating it, you look like the person. You keep your own statistics, which is nice, as well as getting some of their skills or saving throw proficiencies, which I like. And you can use their same bonus. You can't cast spells or use their legendary or rare actions, but you can concentrate on spells you've cast before. And you can use actions from spells you've already casted, concentrated spells. And then your own features are replaced by the features of the creature you're impersonating it, so you're more like that creature, which is cool. You keep your own equipment, which is interesting, nice. Kind of makes you have to work around that, which I like. I don't think that's too overpowered, since changelings can already kind of do it as a race. They would probably have to get actor to like sound like them and everything. The imitate, I don't think that's too overpowered. Mimicry, that's too overpowered. Infiltration, about controlling another character. It's interesting, I noticed that it's intelligence first and then it's wisdom saving throws. I'm not sure if I'm not sure about that. I'm fine with that. I'm guessing as you control their any move, probably every move, you can say where they move, what they do, action, bonus action, reaction, but you don't have your own. Your action is probably continuing to control them. Unless it doesn't say. So you might be able to do your own action. You're deaf and blind to your own, and you can communicate with it telepathically within 100 feet, which is nice. I don't think it's too overpowered. It kind of makes me think of like Dominate Monster or Dominate Humanoid, which I don't know what. I am not entirely sure what level those are. Let me see. Dominate Monster is 8th. Dominate Beast is 4th. Dominate Person is 5th. So 4th, you would have to be, I think, level 9 for that. It's 13th. 5th, it's 11th. 8th is 15th. So it is a bit more powerful than the Dominate Beast because you get it at a lower level. But it's a yeah. They would have to make an intelligence save though. So it is a bit OP because Charm Monster, which you can charm, or not charm, Dominate Monster, which you can just control almost anything, is 8th level spell casting spell, which means that only, I believe, 15th level full spellcasters like wizards or maybe clerics, clerics or druids or whatever, they have to be level 15 in order to cast it once, I think. So it's a bit OP because they get this at 2 levels before. But you need to finish long rest before you can use it again, which makes sense. Perfect Clone, which is basically kind of similar to the spell Simulacrum or Clone. Simulacrum, where you can create another one of you. Clone, where you can grow another one of you, but it doesn't help with you. Simulacrum, it does. So Perfect Clone is an action, same shape and size, same statistics and features and abilities, except the abilities gained from this archetype, which is interesting. Doesn't gain your spellcasting ability or spells, so it can still do sneak attack. And as a bonus action, you can move the clone up to your movement speed, which is nice. You can immediately. That seems a bit broken, but at 17th level, everyone's super powerful. So for the clone to do this, I don't think that's too overpowered. They need to finish long rest. It lasts for 10 minutes or if it drops to 0 hit points, which makes sense. Another grammar thing, just reading through it kind of throws me off a little bit, but just tweaks. So for Perfect Clone, accept the abilities gained from this archetype, but only have. It should be half, not VE, but F. Just a small thing. I think there was another small thing. A couple other small things, I think. Infiltration. Infiltrated creature's mind controlling their any move. It should probably be their every move. Just a simple switch over. from Rouge. You can only from impersonation. You can only impersonate a creature with a CR or a class level equal or lower to your Rouge level. It should be Rogue level. Just switching the G and the U. Let's see. Do I think it makes sense for this character? For this class, I think it definitely does. Looking over the official subclasses for Rogue, I'm kind of surprised that they don't have something where you can infiltrate easily enough. Because, unless it might be thief, maybe, or assassin. Probably closest would be Arcane Trickster, where you can have spells that you can use to like hide yourself easily. But yeah, I am kind of surprised by that actually. Makes sense for the character, for the class, for the it's not too similar to another subclass, an official subclass. Some of it does seem a little overpowered, but I think it balances out pretty well. And I found this from Reddit. Of course, this is not mine. So the Reddit handle that the person who's created this is u/Grimly with a G, capital G, 533. I will put the link of the post in the oh wait, oh yeah, I am good. I will post the link of the post in the description of the video and the Reddit handle of the author, so you can check it out. I hope you liked this video. I hope you thought it was entertaining and informative. If you really enjoyed it, if you found it was very informative and you're looking forward to more, feel free to like this video and comment on it and subscribe to it and maybe share with friends and family, those who you play with. Show them what I think. That would be fun. If you really hated it, if you are annoyed by it, feel free to, share it with the people you hate, the people that just get you all riled up for no apparent reason or for an apparent reason. Just to, reciprocate karma. Anywho, that is my suggestion. I hope you follow it because more people can see me. Yay, my beautiful face. I don't know if I have a beautiful face. I don't think I do. Anywho, I like saying that too. So, because of switching around the Ranger and Rogue, I'm going to be doing the Ranger this next week, which is going to be the Divine Champion. A little sneak peek. It looks to be it looks to be a interesting mix between Cleric and Paladin and Ranger. Very, very interesting, very unique. I think you'll like it. I'm reading over it and it seems very cool. Anywho. Okay. Anywho, see ya. See you next week, hopefully. Yeah. Bye.